Hi everyone. I thought since you have to do the labs on your own, I would do a video recording of the first one and then you could do the second one on your own. So the first one is starting on page PPT 52. It's Lab 1, creating a presentation with pictures. We've got a friend who owns a bakery. He wants a little um, PowerPoint presentation highlighting some of the new features, some of the new products, and we want it to be able to play over and over and over again. So we're going to do some of that setup as well. First step is to get into Canvas, get to creating and editing a presentation with pictures. Come on down to the Lab 1 here and download these 4 images. You're going to need them. Put them in, they'll be in your download file. See them here on my desktop? So this is what they look like. We got bread, muffins, donuts, and bakery. So once you do that, then you're ready to head on over to the PowerPoint screen and you're going to make a brand new PowerPoint. And they want you to use the retrospect theme. So I'm looking in here for retrospect, and I know we've talked about it in the past, how they don't necessarily put things in order, and it may not be readily available. Here it is up top. If it's not there, you could type the word retrospect in right here, click on the little search icon and search for it and get it that way. We're not going to do any of these variants. We're going to go with the regular one and we're going to click on create. So we want to create this presentation and we're going to make our title slide. So the title text placeholder is going to be replaced with Bobby's Bake Shop. Shop with 2 P's and an E. It's a little weird for America, for normal American spelling of shop. It's not. And then we want to do the subtitle is going to be 123 Any Place Street. Maybe you'll see that even if you hold your cap locks, it doesn't matter. The font is set up to be all caps. So no matter what you do, it's going to end up in capital letters. And we'll deviate a little bit from the book here and make it Patchogue, New York, 11772. All right. And we want to make this font size, this title font 60. So I'm heading up to the fonts group. I'm going to make that 60. And it's going to be bold. So we're going to turn on B for bold. And we want to make it orange. And it's the orange that's here in the accent 1 theme color. Remember the theme colors at the top, standard colors are down at the bottom. We want that orange theme color. The title, the subtitle text, I guess we're leaving alone because it doesn't ask us to change that. We're now on page PPT 53, and it says on slide 1, insert the illustration called bakery. All right, so we want to insert bakery. So I'm going to just deselect the placeholder that holds the title. I'm going to go over to insert, and I'm going to click on pictures in the images group. And I'm going to get to my downloads because that's where those pictures are. And here's the image bakery that I want to insert. And it's pretty large, so we're going to look at the sizing handles here, and we're just going to pull up from the bottom and pull up from the top all the way up to the very tippity top of the slide. The textbook says to move the illustration to the top of the slide, use smart guides to get its left and right edges with the sides of the placeholders. So what does that mean? So we're going to grab this side and we're going to wait for us to see a little placeholder. There it is. You see it? It says, oh, there's the edge that you want to line up with. And then we want to pull this one over. Oop, there's my guide. Pops up. It looks like a little dashed hatch mark. And let it go, and that should look pretty darn good so that it's fitting directly above the title text, and we're not interfering with the text in any way. We did step 4 already, so we don't need to worry about that, and we're ready to create slide 2. I'm deselecting the image. Looks good. I want to say that I want a new slide. And slide 2, they specifically say title only. So when you click on the little down arrow next to new slide, it opens up this little dialog box, which shows you all the possible layouts that you can choose. So I'm going to come over here to title only and grab that. And slide 2's title is Fresh Daily. So we're just clicking there to replace the title placeholder text. and we're putting fresh daily. And we want to have that be the same orange accent 1 color that we used above. And notice that the last color we used is still loaded, so we just click and it takes care of that for us. They do not ask us to change the size of the text in any way, shape, or form, but we're going to insert 2 images, the donut and the muffin. So deselect my placeholder and go to my insert pictures, and I want to pick up the donut and insert that. And of course it's much too big, so we're going to pull down from a corner and we're going to kind of resize that. And you see the guidelines that came up? So it divided my slide up and it let me know that I'm in the left quadrant. I'm going to let it go there, deselect, and insert my muffin. Again, comes in much too large. I'm going to just slide that down a little bit. And I'm looking for those guidelines to come up to let me know that I am on the right half of the screen. There I am. See that guideline come up? So I know I'm on the right half of the screen. And the muffin does obscure the line a little bit. If you look at the image on page PPT 52, the muffin is supposed to kind of hide that little border line that's underneath the words fresh daily, and that's perfectly fine. It's also slightly above. I'm just using my arrow keys to nudge it up a little bit while it's selected. It's slightly above the donut. So the donut's a little bit smaller and below the line, and the muffin's a little bit larger and comes up and covers up that line on the other side. So that takes care of step number 5, and we're off to create slide number 3. And slide number 3 in step 6 says to use the picture with caption layout. So that's this one down here. By default, we get these tomatoes. I don't think we're going to find those in a bakery. So we want to replace that picture. And the way we replace that picture is by clicking on this little icon right here in the center, which will take us out to our pictures. And we want this bread picture to go in there instead. So we're going to click on that, and the tomatoes are gone and the bread is in. Looks really good. I have an affinity, a love of bread. Here the title text is Artisan Breads. So artisan is spelled with an A, breads. And we want it to be 48 points and bold. So I'm just using my shift key and my arrow key to select these letters. And I'm going to go to 48 and bold. And then we're going to type down here in the subtitle text, all natural ingredients, ingredients, ingredients. And we want to press the tab key 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. No indent markers here in PowerPoint to change our indent there. And we're going to type the no preservatives on that side in the placeholder text, and we want both of these to be 28 point. Excuse me. It's popping up design ideas. I'm like, no thanks, go away. I don't need your help. And then we want to create a closing slide by duplicating slide number 1. So we click on slide number 1, we right click on it, and we say duplicate slide. Then we grab it, drag it until it's the last slide in the presentation. And we're going to replace 123 Anyplace Street with their phone number, 555-1212. And with their hours of operation, which is 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. And at this point, we should save. And I'll stop this recording and I'll pick up with the second recording when we enhance this presentation.